All right, man. T.I. was on there with Ebro Hot 97. He said that if 50 Cent was from the Midwest, he would be Nelly. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. And, I don't agree with that. I think 50 Cent was lyrical, but he basically was talking about the New York City biasness that they had over the years that, some of the artists out there get a pass when if they was from other places, they wouldn't get a pass. And he said 50 Cent. And this is kind of 50 Cent bait for get him to accept the versus battle. But he got a point because record sales, they were similar. Both went diamond, both went multi-platinum a few more times. Both had a platinum CD with a group. So record sales wise, I didn't know it was that close. But you talking about penmanship and, just writing songs. 50 Cent was lyrical. Now he did have some help with the hook. What in the club that was came from Lloyd Banks. That came from Lloyd Banks. I think an old song of Lloyd, but really, I don't really kind of count if you take a hook. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people really count hooks like bars and verses. Also, Young Buck wrote "Too Rich" for him, and I believe Young Buck when he said it, and didn't get no credit for it. So it's a lot of dudes that use ghostwriters and don't credit them in their music. But a lot of people frown on Nelly. I don't think Nelly was that bad, bro. Especially compared to what they doing today. Nelly was pretty dope to me. Country Grammar was the shit. Especially the song he had with Wayne, and then he had If You Wanna Come and Take a Ride With Me. That whole shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Nellyville was dope too. I can't believe when he battled Ludacris, he didn't play number one. That was one of his hardest records. And, some people say, I didn't like Nelly, and Nelly was this, Nelly was that. I fuck with Nelly tough. You know what I'm saying? Nelly was more lyrical than a lot of these dudes out here today. Nelly can take it. Now, a lot of people didn't like Nelly because he crossed over, but Nelly Nelly just did what Puff did for Mace. And it worked for him. A lot of people try to cross over and it didn't work. And don't forget 50 Cent, he had some of those Nelly-like songs. That's what people forget. I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go on, girl, don't you stop. Hey, come on, man. 21 Questions. He ethered Ja Rule and then stole Ja Rule's style. See, people ignore that type of shit. This is why when you in hip-hop, really fandom doesn't belong in hip-hop. Only amongst, like, females and fandom, because people won't be objective. Disco Inferno. Come on. 1, 2. Come on, man. That shit wasn't no street shit. That was some Nelly shit. 21 Questions was some Nelly shit. What else we say? The Candy Shop was some Nelly shit. That he had Nelly tendencies. And people don't want to admit that, but 50 had bars though. Many men wish death upon me, with blood in my eyes, homie, I can't see. Like he had that raw shit, but he crossed over just like Nelly did. People don't want to admit that. You know what I'm saying? He crossed over just like Nelly did. But to an extent, Nelly crossed over harder. If Nelly was garbage, but Nelly was spitting. Nelly wasn't coming out there with no weak ass bars, but 50 Cent was a better spitter. And 50 Cent had more. He already had the mixtape game. He had some street shit. So his foundation was built off of street. It then Power Dollar and then Get Rich or Die Trying had a lot of street shit on there. The Massacres when he went, Disco Inferno, and people in New York love this song. Yeah, that shit was a cute song, but it wasn't him. 21 Questions. It wasn't the 50. He started to cross over there. Disco Inferno was a crossover. Yeah, he also had Position of Power, Rider Music on that album. Piggy Bank was one of the most corniest songs. I think it's the corniest song he ever came out with. All right, and then he started doing Ayo with Justin Timberlake, and he lost the hunger to be the MC that he once was, but to make money in the industry. And if you all about money and record sales, the labels push you to cross over. But with T.I. saying that, I can see the comparison record sales wise. But people act like Nelly was just, a hip, a hop, a hit it, don't stop. Like Nelly used to be spitting, bro. Nelly used to be spitting. I feel like he held back Murphy Lee. And Murphy Lee actually came out and said it. And I feel like 50 Cent held back G-Unit. But record sales wise, they was hella close. But if 50 was from the Midwest, I mean, I still think his music was too fucking good to deny. I think his music was better than Nelly music. I think he was a better spitter than Nelly. You know what I'm saying? He didn't cross over better than Nelly did. If Nelly crossed over, it was a seamless, it was a great transition. You know what I'm saying? Because his foundation wasn't built off of hood shit. You know, he was a street dude, you know, from what I understand. But his shit wasn't built off of hood shit. 50 shit was built off how to rob, the ghetto Quran, the mixtape game, and then boop, 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 boop. Then he crossed over. Nelly came in the game, you know, already prepared to cross over and went diamond. You know, hard, crossover hard. 50, you know, with Get Rich or Die Trying, it became a marvel. Because he came out with Wankster. Remember right around the time 8 Mile came out, man, and people was waiting on it. He lived up to expectations, but his music was just better. You know what I'm saying? It was just a better quality of music. For me personally, like I said, I like Nelly. I had Country Grammar, I had Nellyville, but that was it. I didn't have Sweat and Suit and all that other stuff he came out with. But 50, I prefer 50, but I wouldn't say if 50 was from the Midwest, he would be Nelly. I just think 50 wasn't even liked in New York. That's what people got to remember. You know, 50 was, you know, everybody didn't like 50 because 50 was going at everybody. Go listen to How to Rob. He talked about everybody in that song. You know, he had Jay-Z responding to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why 50 had to go west to Eminem and Dre for him to, you know, get discovered. You know, a lot of dudes signed up on signing 50. You know, and that's what happened. So if wherever 50 was at with that music, I think 50 would have took off. I think 50 would have been 50 because New York didn't really want to fuck with 50 like that because he had just he's the reason that New York don't kind of work together no more. He destroyed New York, and also with the Jay-Z Dame Dash thing that helped destroy New York. You know, with Dipset, they was beefing with Jay, and then 50 was beefing with everybody that did a collab with Ja. He was beefing with Nas. He was beefing with Fat Joe. He was beefing with obviously Ja Rule, and he was beefing with Jadakiss. He was beefing with all them dudes, man, and you know, it's kind of the end of New York rap, you know, being dominant. You know, people talking about Atlanta had the longest run, and I will agree. They had a long run. Don't mean it was the best run or was the best for music. They had a long run, but the reason that Atlanta had such a long run was because of 50 Cent and Jay-Z pretty much destroyed New York rap. But yeah, I would just say 50 is, you know, by far on my top rapper list than Nelly. I think if he was in the Midwest, I think he still would have got, you know, he still would have got his flowers, and he still would have got it. I think good music go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I say is this about music. People are not gonna like this comment. If Eminem was black, Eminem would not sell as many records as he did. If Eminem was a black boy, he wouldn't sell the records. That's the only time I could think about that. But you know, there's some people in New York, you know, T.I. that's saying that, you know, that got away with some bull jive. Like, I really had to think about it, bro. You know, because there's just so many dope MCs coming out of New York. But hey, let me know what you guys think about T.I. comments. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response, video request. Keep sharing videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate, share the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We gone.